Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie. I'm the On Point Stitcher. Welcome back to my channel. Today is February 7th of 2025. This is Flosstube number 30. Thank you for coming and for just wanting to check in and see how I'm doing and see how my stitching is coming along. I've missed you guys. I didn't get a chance to film on Saturday. My husband decided to do a little bit of construction around the house all weekend, and so it was just too loud, and it was just too loud. It was too difficult, and with everything else that was going on this weekend, I just wasn't able to sit down, so I am so sorry. I really missed you guys. I kept on looking for an opportunity to sit down and do the video. I already had my notes all put together. I did my notes last Friday, and I even have it dated for last week, and I just didn't get the chance. So I'm so sorry, but that's okay. We will go ahead and do the January kind of wrap up today and go over the last little things that I did in February, and we'll talk about plans. So welcome to the party. Let's get going. So the first one that we are going to look at today is High Low. This one is charted by Heaven Earth Designs, and the artwork is by MC Escher. And since you saw this last, I don't know that I have the picture of the before, so if I do, hopefully you are seeing that now. And this is a stitch along that I am doing with the full coverage fanatics called Stitch to the Moon. And I am part of a team on this one. I don't have the name of my team written down, but I need to update my team because I haven't done that yet. So once a month we're supposed to get in at least 2,000 stitches and update our team with a picture of our stitches that we completed and the number of stitches that we got done for the month, and I forgot, so I need to do that today. Anyway, this one got 6 stitchy days, and I'm showing you this side because this is where I'm working. So this one got 6 stitchy days, and it got 2,534 stitches and is currently at 10.58%. So here we are on High Low. And I got to the edge. There was an evening that I was sitting there working on this, and it was getting pretty late, and my husband was tired. He looked over at me and said, "I've got to go to bed." And I said, "You're gonna have to give me like 10 minutes. I'll be there soon, but I'm almost to the corner," which means that I would have my corner to corner and see the edge. And I made it to that corner and went to bed, but I'm pretty excited to have found this corner. I did find a small mistake in one of my colors, but I do think it will be fine. I don't think that I've done it throughout the entire thing. I think at some point I was tired and just grabbed the wrong color, but I kept on looking at it and I really don't think it's that noticeable. It's actually in this area, in this lighter area. This is supposed to be just slightly darker. I had reached for the wrong color and done this, but when I looked at the mock-up, if you look really, really closely on the mock-up, it's lighter there anyway. So I'm really not that concerned. I was, of course, bummed out because I like to make sure that I have the right colors and the right things, especially on a monotone type of project like this, but it must have been a good 500 to 700 stitches, and there were other stitches around them, and I just didn't want to pull the color out, nor did I want to go back and go over it because it was already close enough to what the original looks like, so it's okay. You and I know but in the long run, I think it will be absolutely fine. It is still obvious that they are bricks, and it just looks like a difference of lighting, which it's supposed to look like anyway. It's just a little lighter than it's supposed to be, so it'll be fine. Okay, next, cookie delivery. This is mini cookie delivery. Artwork is by Sheena Pike, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And this one, I am doing extreme cross country on an 18 count Ada. If I have a picture of where it was at, let me see if we can get the lighting to come back. Every now and then, working with the sun is a little hard. Let me try one thing and we'll see if some of the lighting comes back. Okay, that is better. All right. So, extreme cross country. This one only got 1 day in January, but you are seeing an extra day on it. Right now I'm working on the color 225, and this is the one that I take with me to areas that I can sit comfortably and stitch. And this one I'm stitching in hand, which is why it is a travel piece for me. It's an 18 count, and I'm very comfortable stitching in hand with the sewing method on 18 count, and so I don't mind at all taking this one wherever I go, and if I can work on it, I get to work on it. So my notes say 1 day, 139 stitches, 28.2%. I know there's more than that because you're seeing an extra day than the notes that I wrote for this Flosstube. So I put my notes together for this Flosstube last week, actually on the 1st of February, in anticipation that I would do a Flosstube on schedule, and just didn't get to. My husband was doing construction and just, yeah, didn't get to. All right, next was Marigold, or Autumn Dragon, artwork by Sheena Pike, charted by Heaven and Earth Design. This one is a little bit of a funny story since I worked on this. I said in my last Flosstube that if I had time, I would work on a project that I wanted to work on, and one of those projects was Marigold. It's so funny because I was tired and it was almost the end of January, and I was like, I said I would do it. And if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to try to do that thing. So, I actually finished up another goal that night and was like, I know that we're going to be up for at least another hour, so I will work on Marigold for that hour. So I pulled her out. So she got 1 day, basically 1 hour, and got 109 stitches, and is currently at 42.78%. And you can see I have a piece of hanging thread there from saying, okay, I got some time on her. I'm tired. Time to be done for the evening. Next, I started the ornament that I will be giving away for my ornament exchange this year. So I will insert a picture of what it will look like finished, kind of. So I got this off this chart off of Etsy, and I am actually stitching it twice. So I am going to, it's a round ornament, it's a bauble, and I am stitching it twice because, and the reason I have it upside down, I'll explain in a minute why I have it going in 2 directions, but I will be doing 2 sides because I want it to be able to hang, and if it turns, you know, because a lot of times you put an ornament on a Christmas tree and it will spin or be sideways or be goofy. And so if you can't get it quite where you want it to, I was like, well, then you can see the design on both sides. And because it's round, I can sew it together and put something in the center. I'm not sure yet exactly how I'm going to finish it, whether I'm going to put some batting in there or just some stuffing. I haven't decided yet. So, but it definitely will not be a flat finish. But the reason that I have it going the direction that it is because I wanted to make sure that if I folded it over, that it would line up and be similar shaped, because it's not perfectly round, which is fine. So you can't see all of the stitching that I've completed because the middle area is a lighter section, but what I am trying to do is do the same stitching at the same time, same color and everything. So I do have it in Pattern Keeper, and the way that it went into Pattern Keeper, there are actually 2 copies of every single of the 6 ornaments that I ordered. And so it's actually kind of working out perfectly that I'm doing it this way, because I can go one way and then another. And it occurred to me that I should have probably mirrored one of them, but decided it wasn't really that big of a deal. So that is this one coming together. And it's kind of nice because the second time that I do it, it goes a little faster because I have an idea of where I'm going. So that has been fun, and it's a project that I'm going to try to work on at least a day or 2 every single month, just so that when December does roll around, I am not going, I need to get this done. You know, this year for December, trying to get Christmas stitching and Flossmas done, or last year, sorry, was just a little crazy. And so I got to thinking about it and I was like, let's kind of even this out just a little bit. So that's what I'm doing on that. I did work on another Christmas ornament for a little bit, and because I have been working on these adorable little gingerbread ornaments, I think I have a picture of, I know I do, I don't know where it is. Anyway, if I find it, I'll take a picture and insert that picture. But I've been working on these adorable little gingerbread guys by Doreen Jones. I don't think this one is available anymore, but I'm working on this one right now. And this is 2/1 full cross on 22 count Hardanger. And I have 3 of the 4 completed as far as the stitching goes, and would really like to see these ones up on my tree this year, and want to finish them all at the same time so that they all are very similar in the way that I finish, because I have a tendency to forget how I finish things. So I really have to do them all at the same time. But this one got, it got 1 day and got like 75 stitches. The last project I worked on was my secret stitch for Flossmas, and I did actually start and finish that one. So that being said, let's go ahead and talk about goals that I completed for this month. So let's get into the real quick January wrap up. So, the total amount of stitches, and I'm going to pull up my notes so that I'm not looking completely down. So total amount of stitches for January was 13,696, and that's a pretty good month for me. February is not going to be that high, I can tell you that already. Yesterday I practically missed a day because I got started so late. I didn't even make it to 100 stitches. So I don't think we're going to be seeing that number for February. So that was one of my goals, getting that start and finish on my secret stitch. It took about 6 days, and that one, it's a pretty good size. So I I really enjoyed that one, and it came together really nicely, and I'm really looking forward to the next one. I really love the colors on it. It's kind of exactly what I have been looking for a couple of years, and just kind of came across it. I've never seen the pattern before anywhere or anything like that, so I'm really excited for Christmas of this year coming up so that I can share with you guys what I put together. Yeah, that's gonna be great. Other goals that I met, I did get to my goal on the Heaven and Earth SAL for this year. I am going to be doing this one throughout the year. You're gonna see, this is Innocent Dreams. You're gonna be seeing this one a lot. So plans are to get to another 9,500 stitches on this one this month. And for that one, I did get to my goal. I got to 9,675 out of the goal of 9,500. So that's amazing. I did get to my Stitch to the Moon goal completed. My goal was 2,000 and I got to 2,534. So that's really nice that I got to that number. Okay, so plans coming up is, like I just said, working on Innocent Dreams. That is the one that I am focusing on right now. So everything else is kind of taking a back seat until I get that one completed. And then I will come to you again probably next week to go over what I got accomplished and the goals for the rest of the month. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. I can't wait to see you next time. And for those of you wondering, yes, the girls did make it to their dance on that very cold January. We took some very freezing pictures, but they had a lovely time. They both got to dance with friends and just had a wonderful time. So for those of you that were wondering on that, they did make it. So again, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for hanging in there. It has been a pleasure to spend my time with you this afternoon, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Make every day a little more beautiful, one stitch at a time. Happy stitching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.